8 wins for Eckert out on the side of the front row, while Moyer still searching for his 3rd win of the season.
McCready needs to take it easy and be cautious in the early going, and we're underway in Volusia, down into 1. Everybody nice and smooth, and now it's a question of where do you go? Where do you find traction here?
All over the speedway. This is a very wide and racy speedway, Rick. They will put these cars everywhere on this track to go to the front, and now that that green flag has fallen, it's just another race for the championship contenders.
Billy Moyer settling into 2nd spot. Eckert on the high side used the cushion to jump to the early lead. For Moyer, it's pretty simple. He needs to get to the front and win and hope there's trouble for McCready and for Clinton.
It's a long race. Anything can happen within 100 laps, but everybody knows going to be a little bit aggressive early on for track position and then just ride it out through the middle stages of the race.
McCready on the bottom. That's Earl Pearson Jr. and that Lucas Oil #1 up on the high side. He's one of the great late model drivers in the country. Does not follow the late model Outlaw Tour normally, but he's with us occasionally, and it's good to have him in the field here tonight. McCready on the bottom. Lanigan will sweep by him on the outside.
This is the 3rd visit by the World of Outlaw late models to Volusia Speedway in 2006. Earl Pearson picked up the 1st win of the season back in February. Smooth behind the wheel.
Rick Eckert in that Ray Vest 24. That's a team that's been together a long time. Leading winner on the tour. 8 victories, but not in the championship hunt. There's Francis, runner up a year ago. He got by Moyer, who they battled for the title. Now let's have a look at how Francis made that pass.
Looks like Billy Moyer just got up in the loose stuff on the top side, coming off the corner. That opened up the bottom for the Kentucky Colonel, and he just walked through the door.
Francis has been to victory lane a couple of times this year as well in that Mopar with the contact up in 4, and the race leader gets a piece of it. Eckert gets into the back end of Eric Jacobson's car and gives up the lead to Chris Madden.
Wow, Rick Eckert in the wrong place at the wrong time.
One more look down into 3. Eckert up on the high side. This is on the inside. Jacobson tags another car. That forces Eckert to get on the brakes.
Yeah, that was Garrett Garrett that made the contact with the 5 of Eric Jacobson, and then he shot up in front of Rick Eckert. And you can see the damage on the hood of the number 24 on the left to front. I have to wonder, Rick, is that going to impair his vision going down into the quarter? If he can't see, can he hit his marks to keep that car ahead of the 15 of Steve Francis?
Well, Francis is going for 2nd down on the inside. Eckert, I think the bigger concern is, did it cause problems with the aerodynamics? Did it do some damage to the radiator? There's a lot of potential problems under that bodywork that's now wrinkled up in the 24 car. The guy who led and looked dominant now falls all the way back to 3rd. Chris Madden could end up the big winner in this in that black 44 car unheralded. He snuck through on the bottom, and he is now the leader out of 4.
Rick Eckert, it seems it's either feast or famine. He either wins or he has a bad finish. People that came together after running great in the big block modified tour of New York State and now jumping into the late models really adapted to these cars well. His dad, Bob, one time told me at Brewerton Speedway up in New York State that he paid a compliment to Tim. He says, you know, Tim's a good driver, but the thing that he has over everybody else is that he learns these race cars.
Tommy Greco, the crew chief of the Sweeteners Plus team, 2 laps to go. Gives his driver the signal as McCready hauls down into turn 1. Couple of laps until a huge payday. It won't come with a victory attached here tonight, but McCready nice and smooth, staying out of trouble, doing what he needs to do.
He knows every inch of that late model. Tommy Greco, the 2005 crew chief of the year for the World of Outlaw late models, they go through this machine with a fine-tooth comb, and night in and night out, they are in contention for the win.
Chris Madden out in front of that 44M. 2 to go. Eckert runs 2nd. Francis is 3rd. And for Rick Eckert, after surviving that contact early tonight, 2nd will be a little disappointing, but not a bad result. His night could have ended early.
I'll tell you what, Chris Madden has been impressive. He has not missed his marks all night. White flag is out, Rick, one more time around for this driver to pull off the upset.
South Carolinian Chris Madden about to win the biggest late model race of his young driving career. He's a protege of Scott Bloomquist. Madden has dominated after scooting by Rick Eckert when Eckert got caught behind an Eric Jacobson miscue early. Madden out of turn number 4. He will roll under the checkered flag, and Chris Madden wins the Daytona Dodge Mopar Speed Shop Gator 100, and Tim McCready running in 9th spot out of the final quarter. McCready, uncontested, will win the 2006 World of Outlaws Late Model Championship.
And it's party time in the pit area. Tommy Greco and his crew giving their driver the thumbs up. Congratulations.
Scott Bloomquist, Billy Moyer, Tim McCready. 3 World of Outlaw late model champions, and here's the newest one. The crew ecstatic. Coco, his guys on the road. Get in there. Tim, get in here with me. T-Mac, Top of the mountain, you're here, World of Outlaw champion. How does it feel?
Nerve-wracking. I'll tell you, I never fought so hard in my life to run 8th or 9th or wherever it was I ran. We missed it again. We missed it for a month straight, but I guess it was just people looking out for us maybe that normally don't. I'll take it anyway and get it. Shane's a great competitor, but it was just we both had bad nights, but I struggled less needed. I got to thank Ann and Carl Myers. They're here, and I don't know what to say. I tell you.
What does this mean to you? Put it in perspective. I mean, your young racing career, you come in here, you're Rookie of the Year, last year the winningest driver, and in 3 short years you're the World Outlaw champion.
I'll tell you, these guys are so phenomenal that I race with, and these crew guys are so phenomenal. I got people that come down. There's people from New York here, and it's just amazing that I can be on a level playing field with these guys, and I owe it all to Ann and Carl Myers and Sweeteners Plus because it's a phenomenal car. Rocket chassis, and Bill Sleeper helped us out a little bit at the end of the year with an extra motor, and Chuck CC did a phenomenal job getting us here. So it's one of them. We're one of them years where you're up and down, but we had to be down the last night, but we were just a little bit up better than we needed to be to get it done. And I don't know if that's a bunch of stuff that don't mean much, but at least we got one.
Tim McCready, your World Outlaw late model champion.
Not bad for a kid from a state where late models don't even run on a regular basis, Rick. Congratulations to Tim McCready. And, you know, look at all these well-wishers coming over. Shane Clanton. Did you notice Billy Moyer's crew guys coming over at the end of the race to congratulate a big family that's traveled together for 8 months?
Well, the guys that have fought for this all season long know what a tough battle it is indeed. McCready, a very deserving champion in the World of Outlaws Late Model Series. Let's meet our winner tonight.
Chris, what a great drive.
Yeah, the car was really good tonight. Bloomquist chassis, you know, Clements Automotive, this thing was awesome tonight. You know, we just took our time to start with. We knew we were going to be good. We made a few changes there after the dash and took our time and just kept the tires on the thing and done a real good job.
Take me back to the past for the lead.
Well, Rick, he was a little better than we was on short runs. I was real good on long run and, you know, just fortunate Rick got into that lap car there. I hate that for him, but you know, I think we was better than he was anyway, so it was just a matter of time.
Well, you did a great job.
Thanks, I appreciate it.